and they loved making Elmer drink that hot stuff.
So.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Josh.
And I'm Bill. And we're doing a versus here
of Kentucky Spirit, because it's going bye-bye, everybody.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Bruce Russell did confirm that they are no longer going to do regular release Kentucky
Spirits.
They will be in their barrel select program.
Yeah, that's it.
So they'll still be the regular 101 proof Kentucky Spirits. They'll still probably retail for around the $65 mark. Yeah. But they just won't be a regular shelf product.
And
the 8-year 101 is replacing it.
And I had heard that the current Tyrone B, which is what this one is, were drinking very, very good.
Yeah.
And
so we're going to test that theory.
So this is a Tyrone B that was bottled January of this year, 2025.
And this is a Tyrone G that was bottled in February of 24.
So about a year apart.
Yeah. And this one was open. That's a fresh crack. So this one has had a little bit of air on it.
A little bit of air, but not much.
They're poured about the same. So let's see if Bruce knows what he's talking about. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
And I hadn't had any turkey in a while, so...
yeah. Itching to get some turkey.
And a Jones in on here, so...
So let's get right in here. So they're both 101 proof. They're both going to be around the same age. There's no age statement on these.
No.
There are on they're like distiller select ones.
Yeah.
So, would be nice to know the age because they are single barrel. It's just want to throw that one out there.
What I hear is 7 to 9 is what
okay. So
somewhere in there.
Yeah. Well,
but these are picked barrels. So picked by the distillery tasting, team, whatever. So, and we know that Eddie, leans toward maturation, so they may have a little bit more age on them.
Yeah, and Eddie also doesn't like his proofs super high.
Yeah.
So actually, does it say?
Jimmy doesn't either. So
does not. No, Jimmy does. I watched. So if you guys are on YouTube, which if you're watching us, you are on YouTube. I'm an idiot. Anyways, a ton of people got to go to the Wild Turkey 8-year 101 press release day and have a one-on-one with Bruce. And I heard I watched all of them pretty much. And Jimmy likes proof. Remember Bruce told a story about when Jimmy, Booker, and Elmer T. Lee would all go out to dinner with each other almost once a week, but they weren't allowed to drink their own stuff.
Yeah, they had to
drink somebody else's stuff. And Elmer was famous for mixing was it ginger ale?
No, Sprite.
Sprite
with his bourbon.
Sprite with his bourbon, and also he did not like high proof stuff at all. He liked 90 proof was his jam. So Jimmy liked the high proof stuff, and Booker would intentionally they would intentionally go straight from the barrel, fill up their bottle to bring, and they loved making Elmer drink that hot stuff.
So, and I have to say, on all those ones you were talking about with Bruce doing that media day thing,
dude, he is smart.
Well, having done a lot of meetings in my life and presentations and stuff, and the ones where you're doing breakout sessions and you have to cover the same stuff
over and over again. He did a really good job of doing it different every time.
But I know how tiring that is.
Yes.
As you get to the end of the day.
Well, when we do our bourbon tastings.
Yeah, true.
It's the same concept. Same concept. So, guys, if you have not subscribed, we would greatly appreciate it if you would. Mm-hmm. It's quick, simple, easy, and free. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
And beyond. But, now we'll take that.
Right now, we're aiming for 1,000. And it's not going to happen by my birthday, so we're going to try and get it by your birthday. So you guys have until August. The mandate has been set. It's my mandate this time. You better do it, guys. Don't disappoint me. I love you. Let's drink. The Tyrone G.
Fruity on this one. I'm about to go up and have a word with the dogs.
Yeah, it's been going on for like 40 minutes. Yeah, there's a very distinct cherry.
Mm-hmm. Sweet oak.
There's a little floral.
Yeah, there is a
note in
little
there.
floral in there.
Like a honeysuckle.
Maybe. I was going more with like a teacup rose or something.
I don't smell flowers, so we'll go with your note. Whatever you say.
Every once in a while, you got to stop
Chrysanthemum?
and smell. No, as a whole, that smells like a funeral home.
That's the second time that you have mentioned the funeral homes and flowers at the same time on this channel.
Where it comes together, you know.
All right, let's give her a go.
Let's go. Wow. There's a spice there that I'm not used to getting
Yeah.
on turkey.
What the heck is that?
It's like a
Light? Bright?
Yeah, it's like a white pepper,
No.
allspice.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that's for me.
There is a non... Yeah, we got a little gnat buddy down here.
It's
Bob! He's back!
It's nap time.
For any of you who
I'm sure
have
everybody's
been...
having the same problem. You get them in your glass. If your glass sits for any period of time, drain flies, if you want to call them that, whatever.
For any of you guys who have been around long enough to remember Bob the Gnat, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment. Just leave us a comment. Say Bob.
Yeah.
If you remember Bob the Gnat.
So
there's a very odd spice there that I'm not a huge fan of.
all right, let's move on to G. Move to the G wagon here.
More spice on the nose on this.
Yeah, more oak too.
Yeah, more oak.
Yeah, this one had a sweeter, fruitier nose to it.
Yeah,
This one
more
is more earthy.
a little more barrel impact.
This one actually reminds me of the Wild Turkey 1018 nose on it.
Yeah,
That
a little
deep, that deep, rich.
Sorry, guys. I cough like a bitch.
Never mind.
I was waiting for whatever you had cooked up after that.
No, it came and I let it go. I let it go, Elsa. I let it go.
I like the nose on this one a little more.
Yeah.
It's more that traditional turkey.
Yeah, except for that, I'm not getting that.
Not that cherry. Yeah, this one had the cherry, but
Yeah.
a little bit of that sweet oak. This has everything but the cherry.
Okay, I'm getting spice again.
Different though.
Yeah, it's not as sharp.
A lot more like traditional bourbon sweetness on
Yeah.
this one.
And I think this is really more oak than it is spice. It's probably that way on both of them.
Yeah. This tastes older.
Mm-hmm.
By a year or two,
Yeah.
honestly. It's got a little bit more of that like aged wild turkey
Mhm.
sophistication. That
Yeah, it's a little more bold.
yeah. I am leaning G
I am too, after the first sip.
after the first sip, but we've got a drop in both of these now. This nose has changed.
Yeah. Tamp down the sweetness.
Cherry is
More of a-
very mild now.
Yeah. It's more of a honey.
I'm still getting that little
Honey caramel.
honeysuckle thing going on here. Just ever so slightly floral, just not
Mhm.
not really.
Let's see.
You stop. Never.
You're just aggravating. They're going to call in reinforcements.
Phil's coming back. Bob and Phil make their reappearance. Better on the second sip.
Yeah.
That weird spice is it's still there, but it's not as predominant.
And the oak is not quite as predominant.
Yeah, there's a little more sweetness. There's definitely some honey. I'm getting a little hint of that cherry on the mid palate now.
I'm getting a little bit of a hug off of it.
I mean, after that one filming session, I just really haven't had that ever again. And heck, we just did a hazmat and I didn't get it then.
I didn't either, but I don't think it's about the proof necessarily that causes that. Will you please stop?
Never.
Kids, I swear. Pull the old Bill Cosby thing. I brought you in this world, I take you out.
Lots of caramel.
Yeah. Yeah, this one sweetened up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as leathery. A lot of oak there. A lot of oak in this one. I don't know. At first I was on this one, on the first sips.
Yeah, that got a lot worse
Now
on palate.
Yeah, now I'm moving over here.
It's the same, but it just really took that flavor and just dropped it off a cliff.
And I have to say, I mean, I've still got one old, the old Fantail bottles over here, and it's...
That one sucked.
Yeah. And honestly, the one we put it up against wasn't all that good either.
No.
So
Which actually might have been this
might
one.
have been that one. We've got a C and E over there too.
Yeah,
Nelson
I
E.
don't think it's cracked.
No, I don't think so. So, but I would have to say I really like Regular 101 better than I do the Kentucky Spirits, and I like the 8-year 101.
8-year.
I like the 70th anniversary better.
Ooh, I love that 70th anniversary.
Yeah, I mean they're
12 years nice too.
Yeah, 12 years, not bad at all. But
I gotta say,
see, for me, as much as I'm a turkey fan,
you're speaking my mind right now. Go ahead and let her out.
I'm not a fan of the Kentucky Spirits.
Nope. I will hard pass on Kentucky Spirits.
It's not.
I'll take you want me to buy a bottle in this bottle shape? I'll take a rare breed every day of the week.
I'll take a rare breed. That Distiller Select that we just did
was nice.
The video released today.
Donut whiskey.
Yeah, that was today's the 16th, May 16th.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but that one was far and away better. Yeah.
We had eucalyptus.
Yeah, and
these are on that one.
These are these are unique.
Yeah, for sure.
They're both unique.
I mean, they're single barrels. They're going to be,
but they're not uniquely tuned to my palate.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm going like C- on both of them.
Yeah, I'd go the same way, and I'd give the B just a slight nod.
Yeah, just that little bit of cherry that comes through really does kick it up a notch.
But I would also say that particular bottle of G from February of 24
did get better.
It's a little older.
Yeah, and I do think it got better from when we opened it and had it on the channel for the first time.
Yeah. So, but there we are.
You don't always like everything you try.
Right. And I was talking to someone in a store last week, and they were talking about, trying to figure out what they like and don't like and stuff. And they were fairly new into the bourbon realm. And I told them, like we've said before, watch some people on YouTube.
Subscribe to us and watch all of our videos and figure out if my palate matches up with yours.
Yeah, take something that you already know that you like and that you are picking up notes on and things like that. Watch videos from other people and find people who kind of are picking up those same things. And then that your palate, don't just do it off one, do it off a couple of them. And you may find then that your palate matches with theirs, and then go back and watch some of the stuff they've done. And then you can maybe pick some things out to add to your selection. That might better match your palate without, being able to taste it or things like that. So that's part of what we're here for. The other part is we're drinking.
We're here for you.
Yeah. So we're here for you and to support the liquor stores and distilleries. In fact, as I've slowed down buying a little bit, I've heard that some of the distilleries are having to lay off on third shift. So just throwing it out there.
Thanks for hanging out here with us today, guys.
And like good bourbon, our videos get better with time.
And as always, take care of yourselves.